Hey, Shalom Makim out there. Before I begin, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Akakudash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect throughout the four winds of the earth who are preaching and teaching this word in truth and in sincerity. Alright, so in this one, man, I'm going to really focus on the CEO of of OpenAI, whose name is Sam Sam Altman. All right. So in this article, it states that OpenAI CEO Sam Altman claims AI singularity has arrived. And now, I had pulled up the definition for the word singularity, and it says a singularity means a point where normal rules, numbers, or laws break down, commonly referring to physics, technology, or math. Give me 1 second, Aki. Turn down this fan. All right. It says, I'm gonna just jump down to where it says technology, and it says AI and growth. It says a hypothetical future time when artificial intelligence becomes smarter than humans and starts improving itself. It says change happens so fast that humans can no longer predict or control the future of society. So hey man, so things are about to start to change in a rapid pace, man. All right, and there's gonna be a completely different society that's put into place, man. Okay, in this lifetime, in this lifetime. And so I got an article pulled up as well. It says Elon Musk says AI and robots will do so much stuff we run out of things for humans to do, but will basically just issue money to people, and this is going to be the case of like you shall own nothing and be happy. This is coming in our lifetime, man. Okay, we've seen AI explode within 5 years. Just in the last 5 years, AI has gone from something that you could obviously tell was AI to the point to where now it's hard to tell, bro. It's hard to tell if something is AI. And this is the deception, that the devil's coming with, because he can use his artificial intelligence to picture a brother somewhere like doing some kind of terrorist attack. They could put your face on that person's body, or they can just post you, post your voice of you saying something, but in reality, man, he never said that. This is the devil for you, man. Okay? And then I have this one more thing on, I was posted on X or Twitter, and I got it pulled up here on my phone. And it was posted by Shadow of Ezra. And it says, Elon Musk says that within the next 10 years, money will completely disappear and you will own no money because there will be no need for it. As robots and AI will provide everything you need. So basically, when they say that it's going to provide um, everything for you, it's going to be by how much they um, allow it to provide to you. Because these robots and such are programmable. So they want to control every little thing, man. They want to control, and then it goes on to say in this tweet, and it says Musk compares uh, AI and robots to a personal god, and that is in quotations, a personal god that will provide humans with everything they need, including food, housing, transportation, and entertainment. So basically, man, uh, you know, shit, bro. What he's basically saying is that humans are going to be the new pets. you know, all people are going to be their pets. Shit, bro, because that's basically what you do for a dog, man. You feed a dog, you provide it with a house, you take it places via transportation to like the vet, and whatnot. It says and entertainment, and a dog gets entertained with you, you know, when you take it for a walk, you play with it and whatnot. So come on, man, this is the plan that that the rulers of this society have in store for you, man. They don't want you people to be anything, man. They don't want you people to be people anymore. They want to be God, man. And it tells us that in the book of Isaiah. I think it's 14. Isaiah 14, I'll start at verse 12. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And this word Lucifer just means light bearer, or the illuminated ones. Okay, as in the the Illuminati. And so that's who they are, man. They currently hold the light. They hold the persuasion and such things over the people of the earth. So they are the enlightened ones. It says, Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of a congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And this is their complex. This is their whole agenda, man. This is their plan. They're just trying to put everything in place. But as it says in the book of Job, that when he is about to fill his belly, then the Most High shall shall rain fire upon him, or something to that effect. So they're going to almost fulfill their plan. All right, and then I'm gonna read the last little bit in this tweet here, and it's in quotation, so it's what he said. It said, if robots and AI are providing more goods and services than any human could possibly consume, what do you need money for in that case? And so this is how the devils operate, man, because people are gonna eat this up and be like, "Oh shit, he's right," you know. And if I ain't got to go to work, then well, shit. I mean, and people are already in that kind of mindset, man. Especially Gen Z. You know, they are super lazy. You know, they don't want to do anything. All right. So he's kind of all. So Esau's already conditioning the people for this kind of society. And the devil also wants to build what's it called, 10-minute cities, all AI. All AI based. These devils want something that is they want an artificial reality. All right, and the majority of the people are gonna see it as such a good thing. So convenient. Gonna eat it up, man. Especially the 2/3 of you Jakes. Okay, so with that, man, I want to get a scripture, Second Thessalonians 2, and get the NLT over here. Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 9. And it says, uh, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. So see? But the scriptures say, man, that for uh, for we are not um, for we are not ignorant of his devices, and also all of this artificial intelligence stuff is going to require one thing to run smoothly, man. And that's the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, and so that's how things are gonna work so smoothly. You know, in that kind of society. Jump to verse 10, and it says, "He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them." People only find hope in things that they can see. You know, and the people are in such a docile state, man. They are ready to accept the instruction for this kind of society. All right, it says, so the Most High will cause them to be greatly deceived, and they will believe these lies. Then they will be condemned for enjoying evil rather than believing the truth. See, so all this is to come to fruition, man. All right, hey man, this is a huge update for Salakia, news and prophecy. Huge updates, man. Like, things are about to take a huge turn. Right? Society's about to be completely changed. Just how the world is completely different from how it was in 2019. Completely different world, man. And that's only 7 years ago. Things are changing at such a rapid pace, man. It is, hey, bro, and that's why the scriptures say that the time of our salvation is is nearer than we believe, man. The days are so short, man. Okay, the days are short. Okay, so with that being said, I hope and pray that this was edifying. And until the next one, I'm gonna say shalom.